So if there's one thing that I hate more than pedophiles, it's the people who let them get away. If you spend all this time trying to arrange a meeting with one of them only for you to want to teach them a lesson by beating them up and not having them be sent to jail, then you should actually be sent to jail with them. First of all, saying you're gonna teach them a lesson by beating them up makes no fucking sense if you're doing it one time. The reason somebody does that is because they're going to see that person on a regular basis, and just the sight of them would make that person remember what happened to them because of what they did. But these guys are going one and done, acting like this guy is never going to meet up with a kid again, when in reality, he's just going to do it in a different area that you're not in. And what's crazy is that I'm not even talking about Vitaly. The person I'm talking about is arguably worse than Vitaly in every way, and that's saying something if you've seen my previous videos on him. But for today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the YouTuber Joshua Monday. I know, fucking stupid name, but Joshua is one half of the predator catching group Dads Against Predators, who, you guessed it, goes out and catches predators they bait into meeting up with.
So how many times did she say she was 13? Once, maybe?
Or as Josh likes to put it, we are not here for entertainment. We are here to expose these guys to their communities. The people have a right to know. Now, I don't know if all Joshes do this, but that is a fucking lie. 100% of what I'm about to show you is 1000% for your entertainment. And like, 0.5% but what the other shit he said. But recently, I unfortunately got recommended one of his reels on Instagram, and the video had the caption, "Pedophile gets smacked up. Smack your local pedophile. Make their life hard for them when you see them." Now, aside from him telling people to go out and try to find a fucking pedophile to smack, he does in fact give this guy a Rick James, "What did the five fingers say to the face?"
Damn, why you move?
And then you go to his next video, and it's the same thing, but with another guy. And then the next video is another guy, and basically his whole account is just him beating the shit out of people he says are pedophiles. Now, I am not, nor will I ever say these guys don't deserve what's coming to them, but you gotta be a fucking idiot to think getting smacked a few times is comparable to going to jail. If you asked anyone, 11 times out of 10, someone is going to take getting smacked than risk getting their cheeks clapped. The only reason they're smacking these guys and not calling the cops is because what's going more viral? The obvious solution, or we give them a little street justice, which in some cases is good, but when you're catching people who are attracted to children, maybe you want to work on your plan B, even C, see what else works, you know, because this is definitely not. And what's funny is that other people in his comments were saying the same thing, talking about he's only doing this for attention and he's trying to act tough for the camera, which are both true statements. But this is what Joshua has to say about this. Yo, if I ever meet someone named Josh, just fucking kill me.
Hey, I wanted to say something to you guys. So, I see a lot of comments, people talking about like, oh, you guys are trying to be tough. What, why? I don't know. We're trying to be tough. We're trying to like be YouTube famous or something like this, or go viral. Listen, man, I've been saying this for a while. I'm smacking pedophiles. People wear shoot your local pedophile shirts and won't smack them. That shit's weird to me. Stop acting like you fucking hate pedophiles if you're offended by me smacking pedophiles. This ain't the right business for you.
Yeah, can you guys stop being hypocrites? I see you guys wearing your legalized nuclear bomb shirts, but you get mad when I bomb a children's hospital? Make up your mind? You're obviously not cut out for this business. Obviously, the shoot your local pedophile shirts isn't being literal, you fucking genius. It's supposed to symbolize how much you hate them. And part of hating them is wanting them to go to jail. No one's offended that you're smacking them. They're offended that you literally have a predator willing to do whatever you tell them to do. And instead of having them wait there for the police, you choose to get a viral clip and let this piece of shit crawl back into the fucking hole he came out of. This is literally not the right business for him.
I'm operating within legal limits that I'm comfortable of, and 90% of these smacks are like agreed upon by the predator.
No shit they are. They were about to fuck a child and get caught. The risk and reward of accepting a slap is not even comparable. And also, what the fuck does working within the legal limits of what you're comfortable with mean? What you're doing isn't even legal, so there are literally no legal limits you're working within. You are what the police call breaking the law. Like, what? Imagine if a pedophile used that in court. Well, I was working with the legal limits of what I'm comfortable with, and I'm comfortable with dating a 10-year-old.
Smacking people with physical violence is not the way that you go viral. I think like wearing costumes and all that stuff. As far as
what? He couldn't even convince himself that was true. He couldn't even look us in our fucking eyes when he said that because he knows it's bullshit. Yeah, you don't go viral with physical violence. You go viral with costumes and shit like that. When was the last time you seen a viral video go viral because it's violent? What, you act like there's a website dedicated to spreading viral videos that are just violent. You're acting like there's a market for that. What? How can he actually sit there and tell us this when his videos are going viral because of the physical violence and not one of his videos is someone wearing a fucking costume? Make it make sense. And basically for the rest of the video, he tries to guilt trip us into being like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was like that. But then you're like, you just admitted to us that you don't care about the legality of anything you do so long as you get to smack these guys. This guy should spend 1 week in jail and then get asked if he would rather get smacked or go back for another week. And unless he's ready to join a gang, then present that fucking cheek. And then though, to make his statement even more contradictory than it already is, his videos were going so viral that Vice actually made a nearly hour-long video on them smacking pedophiles. And I'm watching it, and about 9 minutes in, they start talking about having the police involved.
I think the most problematic part of what Dads Against Predators is doing is just the fact that they're identifying individuals who may very well potentially be good law enforcement targets.
Excuse me, everybody, this man hear me.
These are probably offenders that we should be paying attention to, but by the time we are made aware of them, it's too late for us to get involved.
Now this clip alone should be something that every one of these wannabe pedo catchers has to watch before they even think of stepping foot into the public. I've said this many times before, not many situations require police involvement, but like this guy just explained, this is something that 1,000,000% needs to be done as part of a police operation, and doesn't work if you call the police right when you get there either, because when they get there and they see that you have a camera, their job goes from a simple arrest to seeing if this is all a joke, why are you filming, why didn't you call the police before you met up with the guy, and basically just fucked up everything while you go home thinking you made a difference because you got that viral clip. I hate to break it to you guys, but most of these pedophiles don't have a social life or friends that they regularly hang out with, so exposing who they are to the world because you think their friends are going to laugh at them doesn't work like you think it does, and if it did, it would have to work in the short time the video goes viral. But now, listen to Joshua explain himself. Joshua. That's fucking gross.
You have half the people that go, you can't punch Hitler in the face, that's illegal. And then you have the other people saying, like, I would have beat the fuck out of Hitler, you know?
No, I don't. Because I've never in my entire life heard someone say that they wouldn't punch Hitler because it's illegal. There's a reason Vice went bankrupt.
A vigilante, by definition, is like a person that hands out justice. I don't hand out no form of justice. When I put the video up on there, you don't get 15 years in prison. It depends if you think public humiliation is real, tangible, like a currency. I feel like that's where justice comes in because there has to be a trade, you know? Like this guy did this, he gets 5 years in prison. You know, there's a trade-off of, that's what makes it justice, the weights, right? What is the weight of public shame? I don't know.
So he doesn't know what the weight of public shame is when he is in fact publicly shaming people? And he is literally telling us that he doesn't do this to bring these guys to justice? The guy who started Dads Against Predators because his stepdaughter was molested does not bring these predators to justice. What? He even explains what bringing them to justice means, so he knows there's no excuses. He was trying his best to sound smart, but he ended up just exposing himself for the clout chaser he really is. And if that wasn't enough, about a year ago, Josh and 2 other guys were trying to catch this predator at a target, which leads to one of them being shot, but all of them, including the predator, being arrested and charged.
Charges have been filed against 4 men involved in that shooting last year at the Target in Winston-Salem on Haines Mall. According to Winston-Salem police, 3 men with the group Dads Against Predators lured a man to the Target on Haines Mall Boulevard. This was last summer in June. That man was identified as Dante Wade. When he arrived, a fight broke out and Wade shot one of the men. All 4 are now charged with simple affray.
Now, ironically, this is the only time they've ever had the police involved, but that incident alone makes Vitaly's predator catches look like a fucking Chris Hansen production. I have no idea how these guys are still doing this. They even have a website now where it's like Patreon and you have to subscribe to watch their videos. But don't worry, they do give you a 30-second preview so at least you know what you're getting into.
That's gonna find you. Said that's gonna get you, baby.
Should I just give you guys all my money now, or how does this work? What the fuck did I just watch? But as you can see, guys, this group is actually doing more to hurt the communities they claim they're trying to help. Maybe change your name from that disgusting J word and then slap a little less people, and then maybe, just maybe, I'll have something good to say about you. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.